guys, it's Reese and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be talking about 10 things to avoid when learning a new language. So let's dive right in. Number 1 is fear of making mistakes. We all have that. It's like we just want to be the perfect speaker, like we're not foreign and we've been speaking this from the get-go. No, you can't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes is how you grow. Failure leads to the success. So in doing so, don't be afraid to, like, if you're speaking a language to someone, don't be afraid to be like, oh, I'm sorry, how do you say this? Because that's how you learn. Number 2 is overemphasis on the grammar. So you shouldn't be worried on necessarily like, oh, what conjugation do I have to use for this? Like, if you can communicate clearly, that's all you need. All you need is to be able to communicate clearly to someone, make sure they know what you're saying, and then you're good. Number 3 is avoid inconsistent practices. What this means is basically have a consistent schedule, like, oh, every day I spend 20 minutes learning this part of the language, I spend 20 minutes doing this. It's like having a consistent schedule that you know you can do every day. That's what you need to do, and you need to avoid not having consistent schedules. So, oh, one day I'm spending an hour doing the language, the other I'm spending 10. Like, that's not consistent. Number 4 is relying solely on the classroom learning. So if you're learning it at a school, you're only relying on learning it at the school. If you're learning it on Duolingo, you're only learning on Duolingo, when you should be taking it into your own matters to really get the language in your brain. Number 5 is translating everything that you hear. This is not a good thing to do, because I mean, it's a good thing to do in one point. Like, if you really don't know anything that's going on, you need to translate something. What you do is you basically leave it open, like you're really trying, it's really working your brain to think, oh, what does this really mean? Because you want to be able to be in a real life situation and be able to, you know, communicate openly and communicate clearly with the person you're talking to. You don't want to have to pull out Google Translate when you're supposedly learning the language. You're supposed to apply what you're learning. Number 6 is limited vocabulary. A lot of people will just use the same phrases over and over again, which is great when you're a basic learner. Basic, you need the basic hello, hi, how are you, basic stuff like that. But if you've been doing it for at least a month, at most a month, if you've been doing it at most a month and you're still using those same words, you need to expand a little. You can learn one new word a day. It's not that big of a deal. So, like, instead of continually doing hello, now you're doing, oh, thank you. Oh, you're doing, oh, what's your name? Oh, my name is, like, it's just, you're adding on to it constantly. Number 7 is neglecting listening and speaking. A lot of people only like reading and watching because all they have to do is use their eyes. They're not actually using their brain, they're not actually using their ears, and they're actually using their mouth. So how you do this is, you know, find someone to speak with, or maybe watch a show and no captions, so you're really trying to listen to it and you're really trying to realize, oh, that's what they're saying. Like, you can't just read it. It makes it really easy for yourself. You can't just do that. You need to actually, like, put it into practice, put it into capability, because when you're in a real life situation, you're not going to just be able to read a caption of what they're saying in real life. Like, I don't have captions right here on me saying what I'm saying right now. Like, no, you're listening to me. Number 8 is ignoring pronunciation. Especially in tonal languages, you need to not ignore that. You need to take that into accountability, because if you say something in this Asian language, it's not going to be the same thing if you said it a different way. Like, if you just say it like this, it's not the same as this. It's like, it's different. So you need to take the pronunciation into scale, especially if you're trying to be fluent in the language. It doesn't have to be a tonal language. You're taking on the accent, because a lot of people that are foreigners that are speaking their foreign language, when you speak it, they can hear that American accent in it. They can hear they're not even trying. It's like you're not even trying. Like, you're speaking with a Valley Girl accent, but you're trying to speak French. It's like, that's total opposite. They don't mix. Like, they're total opposites. So what you need to do is you need to take that into accountability, be like, oh, maybe I should try to have the accent down. Number 9 is avoid comparing yourself to others. A lot of people have different backgrounds than you, so they may be more fluent, they may be less fluent, so you shouldn't compare yourself to others when trying to learn a new language, especially if they're if they're native to that country. That it doesn't make any sense that you're comparing them to yourself, because you're not native to the country. You may want to healthily, is that a word? compare yourself in a healthy way. You may be like, oh, I want to get there someday. Like, that's a goal. You're not really comparing yourself, but that's a goal that you want to have that foreign accent, that native speaking accent down, but that's going to take a lot of time and a lot of studying. Number 10 is ignoring the cultural aspects of the language. I'm all about the culture. I always say dive into the culture, dive into it, because it influences you, and then you pick up things that you didn't even realize you pick up. So in certain languages, it's like you'll have slang words. Pick up those slang words, you know? Act like you're not really a foreigner, like you're from there. Like, you need to act like that. You need to indulge yourself in that, because that's how you become closer with the community and become a better speaker in general. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on the post notification bells for more videos. Peace.